Listen to Joel Echohawk, nephew of artist Brummett Echohawk, talk about the artist, this artwork, and Pawnee history and culture in this 3-minute audio recording.
My name is Joel Echohawk. I lost my father when I was a young man, and Uncle Brummett was always like a father to me. In fact, he used to introduce me as his son. He was a very wonderful man, very generous. He believed in charity and service, and he lived his life that way. Pawnee, they wanted to be warriors. We believe there's, other ways of being warriors besides going to war. I mean, people looking out for one another, taking care of one another, looking after the elderly. Those are warriors too. So. Uncle Brummett liked to be outside, and he liked to walk in the country. And I'm sure when he was in the war, he probably thought of these places, and decided when he goes back he was going to paint the areas around Pawnee. He loved it around Pawnee. He did quite a few paintings on the Cimarron, and I have many of them, and they're really full of color and texture. Who'd think you could get that out of a knife? Uncle Brummett, he kept records on most of his paintings, and this was around Oilton, on the river near Oilton. The land means much more than just the surface to the Indians. It's because this is where our grandfathers are buried. Pawnees used to come from Nebraska and follow the buffalo. The country wanted us to be farmers, and we didn't want to be farmers. We wanted to go on the buffalo hunt. We came from the Republican River. We're the South Band Pawnee. We're Kitcahawkies, and we're known as the Republican Pawnee because we lived on the Republican River. Maybe that reminded them of home. This was painted in the spring. I mentioned it was just before everything turned green. But they just went out in the country and painted this. That's the way it was. And he always talked about, I don't paint from my imagination. I paint what's real. And I asked him, I said, will you show me where that land is? Because I really don't know. We drove all around there, and he would say that and that and that, and I did this there over there, and it was fun being with him. And he was so good to us. He really was. And we miss him.